Market update here on the 15th. Such a beautiful day in the market. If you watched my video last couple of days or 2 days ago, I talked about where this is going, and it absolutely went right to that spot. And we started down here actually today, and this is just an easy buy. I bought calls 2 minutes after the start of the day and just rode it all the way up. My target was 269.70-ish, and that hit, and then we got another move higher after that. What I think most likely this is right here is, since wave 1 was about $5.80, wave 3 was about $6.50. I think that we need to go higher here. I think 375 is a good target, but since I don't know why I have a 3 here. Since this would have to be wave 1 right here, and then this would have to be wave 2 right here. So to go higher, we're going to have to see another big move tomorrow morning. And the stop loss, make this pretty easy. Stop loss is below the start of wave 1 at 368.96. So tomorrow, if we start off down below that, and you're in calls, you want to get rid of those as soon as possible, because that means we have topped out on this move, and the third wave is finished completely, and that means we're going to correct about 8, 9%, 7, 8%, something like that. So you might see 340 over the next month or two. So yeah, I think this is probably wave 2, just based on the length of everything. I'm looking for at least 375, maybe even higher than that. This could be an extended fifth wave. Third wave is longer than the first wave. I'm looking for, on the minimum, as long as it doesn't break this right here, looking for 373.50, pull back, and at least 375. But again, if we zoom out here though on higher time frames, we know that this right here is about $35. This right here was about $48, $35 plus the bottom of wave 4 equals 383. That's why I think we could be getting an extended fifth wave right here. So we could be looking at a move that takes into next week. But if it finishes tomorrow, let's say we get a wave 3, we pull back and go another move higher, I'd be completely out of everything. We have a 3-day weekend. There would be no point in being long in anything at that point. And so yeah, let's zoom out one more time and just look at, if this is wave 3, let's say we do go all the way to 383. I'm looking for a pullback to at least the 0.38 fib, because we had a shallow second wave. So that means 343. 343, and then maybe a gap fill right down here, maybe even farther than that, 338. There's a gap fill at 332, I mean. So, yeah, this is pretty much done, but I think that there's a little bit more upside short term. And I've been going back and forth on Tesla, and I actually bought some Tesla today. I'm not worried about if it does end up making the deeper fourth wave. So I'll show you what I mean. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we have this long third wave right here, and a fourth wave pullback. This is already qualified as a fourth wave right here. We go to 247.55, but if you look at the fibs on this, if this is the fourth wave, going all the way to the 0.23 fib would be completely fine, and that actually fills a gap right here at 234. So this could go either way pretty much, in my opinion. And I actually don't really like my buy that much. I was thinking about selling after hours for a very tiny loss, but I can see both ways working out, just depending on what QQQ does. Is QQQ going to break that 368.96? If that happens, then I think Tesla is going down here to 234 probably. That would be about a 10% correction. But the thing about my buy is I would be down decently big on that move down here to 234. And I could use a stop loss, but the thing is, I would only see that as a fourth wave, and we would still be getting a fifth wave higher to at least 282, which is the 1.61 fib of this first wave. So we're not there yet. There's a few, actually this is on the log chart. If you use arithmetic, it's at 282. So 282 is kind of my minimum, but I don't know if it's going to go down to here to 234 first and then go there. It's very possible it does, but that's the reason why I'm not really that worried about my buy, but I do wish I would have had a better entry. I could have bought at the very start of the day when it was down at 247. But anyway, that would only be the end of the third wave. And if you look at this, if it breaks outside this parallel line, let's say it does go to 282 in the next week, then that would be a third wave actually instead of a WXY move. So pivotal next week for Tesla, 282, and I would say it's a third wave, and I would be looking for a fourth wave pullback and then a fifth wave higher. I'm leaning towards it going higher soon, but we'll see. Let's go over Meta. I was in Meta earlier. I made some pretty good money on it. I sold too early because I thought we were in a fifth wave, but it ended up being, this ended up being a, let me zoom in and make sure I'm correct on this. Yeah, this ended up being the whole third wave right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, this is showing a pullback for a fourth wave. And so the way that I like to think about Tesla is Tesla was down today and Meta was up 3%. And so if Meta is going to pull back, and likely the other tech stocks that are up today are going to pull back as well, it's going to need something to hold the weight. Tesla has a decently high weighting in QQQ, and so I would imagine that I'm going to end up being correct, and this will go up here to 282 within the next week. That would be about a 10% gain, and that could off-right some of the losses on these fourth wave pullbacks for Meta, and these will probably join in at some point as well. But maybe a quick fourth wave pullback, Meta goes up higher, and then we get a fifth wave higher. And again on Meta, I've been talking about 290 this whole week for the last couple of months, really. That's the gap fill. It's probably going to hit that gap fill before we correct. So that's another thing to look for is 290 gap fill. And then on QQQ, or on Tesla, probably going to 282. It has not gap filled at 262 yet either. That's another thing to look forward to. This parallel line that I drew is showing 282 right around next Thursday. So we'll see how it goes, but I would be looking for it in about a week at 282. And then the big correction could start. SPY, I really wish I followed this more, and I do follow it to an extent because I do buy this in my long-term portfolio. But I just find QQQ so much more exciting and more fun to trade right now. So I haven't been following this that closely, but this is showing the exact same thing as QQQ. This probably has another 1 to 2% upside. Maybe more if it extends, but probably 446 to 448. It hit 444 basically today. So it's got a little bit more upside, but maybe we get a little pullback in SPY tomorrow, and then more upside maybe at the end of the day. So you never know. Tesla could go up big tomorrow morning too. You never know if it finishes this move in one day. I mean, these moves didn't take long at all. So I'll be surprised if it does come down here to 235 first. But I would be definitely buying more if that happens. So let's go over a few more tech stocks. I really haven't followed all of them today, so I'm just doing this off the top of my head. But Amazon. See, this is why you need to figure out and know which stocks are about to pop. Because if you got an Amazon right here, you didn't do hardly anything. But Meta, I got in that because I knew that it had another move higher, and sure enough, up 3% today. Amazon maybe hits 133 gap fill before the start of the correction, or it could correct now and then hit that gap fill later. And I gotta say, I'm actually just being on Twitter and on some other message boards. It's starting to become kind of funny listening to the bears get mad because you know their main argument is it can't go up more, it can't go up more, and that's how they take all your money. You think it can't do a move. The market can do any move it wants to do, and if you don't know what the price action is, then you probably shouldn't be trading. So Apple, this is probably a third wave right here, and this is probably a fourth wave right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I mean, I go back and forth on this. This is not very good. It's not very good second wave and a third wave. The third wave is so corrective that I'm not 100% sure on this one. And I actually erased all of my stuff after I got done trading this. But this could be finishing off. Here, let's go to the log chart. Apple is just so overextended compared to the other charts. I showed you on Meta. Like on Meta, on the log chart, the 1.61 fib is up here at 320. Apple's already got to the 1.61 fib. Google's already got to the 1.61 fib. Tesla, go to the log chart. The reason I like Tesla is because even on the arithmetic chart has not hit the 1.61 fib. But then on the log chart, that's at 335. So shows you why Tesla and Meta are my two favorites. That's why I keep on showing these over and over. Apple, I don't like at all. Microsoft, I don't like at all, really. I'll look at it real quick, though. I didn't even look at this at all. 347, 348. So let's just take a look at this. So this might be going for the outside of the parallel line here soon. It's getting really close. On the arithmetic chart, it's actually already passed it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's already passed it on the arithmetic chart. And let's see. This is likely the same chart as QQQ, so a little bit more upside before a fourth wave correction. This took about a month, so this cannot be the wave 4. It's still got to be in wave 3. But let's zoom in here on this final move right here. This is likely wave 4 right here. I think that this looks like it could be done, actually. So, it looks to me like, but it also could be, this is kind of crazy. So, 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2. Here, let me do my parallel lines. Let's see here. So that's got to be a third wave, right? It's hard to tell if these are like extended moves, but if they are, I just want to see how long. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft probably has a little bit more, but I would have to go over this in depth. I'm not going to do it on this video. I think this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got it's just extended waves after extended waves. So you have to really figure out. We have 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's the fourth wave. This has got to be the fifth wave right here. And now it's just figuring out, is this an extension? I would say this has got to be the final move right here. So Microsoft might be finished. 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be finished. And it dumped into the close pretty hard. So, yeah, I mean, the market could be correcting from here, or it could be going higher if there's an extended fifth wave. But I'll leave it at that. You got a little insight into Meta, Tesla, and SPY and QQQ. An overall great day. If you followed my video from the other day, you should have made a lot of money. given to you for free. So please hit that like button and subscribe if you like the content. And I'll talk to you in the next video.